If you're deciding to get new standing rigging made, and you're looking at how to decide on what shop over another one, there are a couple of questions you might want to ask to help you narrow down your choices. Hi, I'm Nika Waters, and welcome to the Boat Galley podcast. I'm sharing 2 questions we wish we had asked when we were trying to figure out where we were going to get our new standing rigging made. Today's episode of the Boat Galley podcast is sponsored by Marmara Imports. Their hand-loomed, fair trade, organic cotton Turkish towels are highly absorbent, dry quickly, fold flat, and are soft and luxurious. They are perfect for life aboard. Use coupon code PODCAST10 for 10% off any order of $40 or more. MarmaraImports.com. More than a towel. Marmara Imports are definitely more than just a towel, but you sometimes need more than that, particularly if you have a sailboat. One of those is standing rigging. One of the big projects when we got Mischief has involved her rig. From the mast to the chain plates and all the standing and running rigging. This particular podcast is talking about standing rigging on our sailboat. And the standing rigging is all the wires, or some people use Dyneema, that hold the mast in place. There are fittings on either end to attach to the mast or to the chain plates at the deck level. And the fittings, when you're talking about wire, you can splice it. I don't know very many people who do, but you can. Most of us will use either machine-pressed swages or hand-installed mechanical fittings like Staylock or Norseman. Generally, the accepted wisdom is that the age of standing rigging is 10 years. And given the age and what we've found maintenance-wise on Mischief, we decided we were going to replace all of our standing rigging. And we hired the work out with swage fittings on both ends. When we had the mast built for Calypso, we didn't know exactly how long the wires were going to be, so we had swage fittings for the mast end, and then we did mechanical fittings on the bottom parts that would attach to the chain plates. What should we have done when we were asking about our rig, and particularly figuring out whether we were going to either build it ourselves with sourcing the wire and the fittings and probably spending close to 2 weeks by the time all was said and done attaching the mechanical fittings to the ends of the wire. The other issue with mechanical fittings is that they're really pretty affected by supply chain issues. And given that we have 16 pieces of wire on the boat, that's a lot of different mechanical fittings that we would be trying to deal with. We could have gone with a place and debated actually doing something like through Defender or rigging only, which would supply the wire roughly cut to an oversized length, and they would swage one end and leave the other end for us to finish off with mechanical fittings. The supply chain issues would still be an issue, time would still be an issue, but much less problematic than doing the entire thing ourselves. We should have asked the following questions when trying to decide what our tack would be. And a strong suggestion would be that you also ask these questions. The first question, will there be bends or bananas in the final swages? And the second question, do you charge by the hour or by the swage? What in the world is a bend or a banana in a swage? Bananas are curved fittings, some more extreme than others. And these generally are problematic from a wear perspective because there's pressure placed unevenly on the wire which comes out of that. That will lead, likely, to premature failure. Because remember, the wire is supposed to be straight. And if it's coming out of a fitting that is bent and curved and also going straight to another end, curved fittings don't permit straight wire without uneven stresses. And if the answer when you ask the question is, will there be bends or bananas in the swages? If the answer is yes, I suggest it's probably not a good idea to use that shop. It's either a matter of the wrong kind of machine or operator error on the machine that they have. Neither one is a good plan for your rig, because your rig is a big safety thing. And then the second question on how to charge, whether you charge by the hour or by the swage. Charging by the swage, frankly, is really the only way that makes any sense. This is not the kind of a boat project that has it depends aspects to it. You cut the wire to a length, you install the swage fittings. It's a plug and chug kind of a thing. Nothing should come up when doing this work. If it does, it's operator error and should not be something that you pay for. We wish that we had asked these questions before we decided where we were going to have our standing rigging made. We have a few bananas, and we're not particularly happy about it. When we pointed out the issues to the shop, they were surprised that we thought that it was a problem. And perhaps you would not think it is a problem either. For us, though, we want our wire to be straight. We want the swage fittings to be straight so that the wire can be straight. And certainly, when it comes time to replace our standing rigging, we will definitely be asking these questions of any shop that we contemplate hiring to do the work. Question 1, will there be bends or bananas in the swages? And question 2, do you charge by the hour or by the swage? I can't wait to share an anchorage with you when our rigging is all taken care of and we're just able to be out there enjoying our great fortune at being able to share this incredible lifestyle. Thank you so much for listening to the Boat Galley podcast. We love hearing from our listeners. We love it when you subscribe in your favorite podcast app. We love it when you share us with your friends. And we love it when you leave a 5-star review, because that helps other people find us as well. I hope you have the most spectacular week.